America's water infrastructure systems are national assets that yield dividends to all citizens, and the public's trust in and expectation in these assets, such as safe drinking water, is unwavering. Today, the more than 265 million Americans who rely on public water systems enjoy one of the cleanest, safest, efficient, and reliable supplies of drinking water in the world.
There are thousands, literally thousands of water systems throughout the United States, and all have to meet strict EPA guidelines and regulations on delivering purified water to the customers. And it's quite a challenge.
But who builds, rehabilitates, and makes this system flow into our homes, schools, parks, and businesses 24 hours a day, 365 days a year? The skilled construction tradespeople that are proud members of the Laborers International Union of North America and signatory utility contractors.
Generally speaking, the people that come to us from the union already have all the basic skills that they need to do the work.
Without the skilled workforce of Local 860, our members, contractors couldn't perform this work and bring these projects in under budget and under a time frame that they're allowed.
In many cities, the construction craft laborers and their signatory utility contractors are developing new construction management practices, reforming work processes, and utilizing state-of-the-art technology. The desire of construction craft laborers to improve their skills and productivity, to work safely, and keep their signatory contractors profitable is rooted in a century of excellent craftsmanship and training.
The people in the Cleveland Local 860 are probably the best trained people that we've worked with, get quite a bit of outside training rather than just on-the-job training. But more than that, it's the attitude of everybody working together.
Basically, all of us get along real good. We help each other out. We call it teamwork.
Believe it or not, they thanked us plenty of times that we did get the job and we did do a good job for them.
When you get a man out of Local 860 who's skilled and knows what he's doing out here on the job, the benefits are less inconvenience, a quicker job, neater job, and pretty much that's it.
It is apparent in the trenches where they install or repair aging pipeline. It is apparent at the water treatment plants. And it is apparent in distribution facilities where these mammoth structures are retrofitted, keeping the system seamless and operational. But our nation's water infrastructure dates back to the 19th century. We have inherited many of the problems associated with massive growth in populations and the need for water. A temporary fix of these pipelines or the outdated treatment and distribution facilities can no longer substitute replacing them.
It's not unusual to see water lines that are 100 years old. And, we have to give credit to the people that made those pipe that they lasted that long, but it's time now to make those pipe, to replace them. Not just the treatment plants itself, but the underground piping is in need of many repairs and replacements. But Band-Aid repairs aren't going to do it. That's just going to delay the cost to another generation.
Across the nation, local water utilities are developing innovative programs to address a water infrastructure crisis.
We have 4 main plants, and they're significant, and they are responsible for pumping up on an average of 260 million gallons a day. 2 of them were built in the early 1900s, 2 of them were built in the 1950s. They needed considerable upgrading. The Crown plant in Westlake in the 1990s, we spent $135 million on upgrading it. Now we're looking at the other 3 plants, or we're attending to the other 3 plants. So it's quite a significant task. We're bringing in all the new technologies that are available today into these plants as well, aside from just merely upgrading them. So by 2010, we should have it completely done, all the plants upgraded and to today's standards.
The American Water Works Association estimates the amount of fresh water unaccounted for because of leaky pipes and bad meters ranges from 10% to 40% of all the water pumped in the United States and around the world. In Detroit, it is estimated that 17% of the water it pumps through its system is lost, costing residents millions. What's out of sight and out of mind to most people is clearly visible to the American Society of Civil Engineers. According to the Society's latest report card on America's infrastructure, America's drinking water infrastructure earned a near-failing grade of D. Further, coalesced projections estimate that drinking water utilities across the nation collectively need to spend about $24 billion per year for the next 20 years on infrastructure, for a total of $480 billion to properly improve these systems. Improved water systems have a well-documented record of success of job creation and economic development, resulting in stronger water delivery systems, better fire protection, and thousands of new jobs. Uninterrupted water service is necessary to local, state, and national economies. For every $1 billion invested in water infrastructure, over 40,000 jobs are created.
In actuality, a lot of businesses rely very heavily on water. Here in Cleveland, you have the ISG company, formerly known as LTV Steel. They're actually our biggest customer. A lot of water goes into the production of steel, making cars in the auto plants and other manufacturing. And then there's the hospitals. The hospitals certainly rely on large amounts of water, and it has to be extremely safe and clean. So from an economic development standpoint, water is a very big factor.
Today's reconstruction is expected to last even another generation, and no one is more prepared to meet this challenge than the construction craft laborers and their signatory utility contractors. They are constantly searching for solutions to the most complex issues in construction. In Cleveland, Ohio, construction craft laborers Local Union 860 are working with their signatory utility contractors, Shook-Kokosing and Utilicon, on a massive renovation and reconstruction improvement program for the City of Cleveland's Division of Water. Over $900 million has been budgeted through 2008 to rehabilitate and modernize water treatment plants, distribution facilities, and aging piping infrastructure. The Cleveland Division of Water is the largest water system in Ohio and among the largest in the United States. With a 640 square mile service area encompassing more than 70 suburbs, the Cleveland Division of Water provides safe, reliable, and efficient drinking water to more than 1.5 million residents of Greater Cleveland. The network of piping infrastructure stretches over 5,000 miles. If laid end to end, this would stretch from Cleveland to San Francisco and back. Teams of Laborers International Union of North America Local Union 860 members and their signatory utility contractors bring added value to Cleveland Division of Water projects by identifying unnecessary costs and developing the shortest possible construction schedule.
The ultimate goal is to get done early, and we were able to get part of the facility running so that we got some more work to do to keep our people working. That ultimately got the job done earlier than what was projected at bid time, but probably more importantly to that, we were able to keep the same work crew busy rather than to lay off people and then bring them back.
And as you can see, we're involved in all aspects of the water filtration process, rehabilitating the treatment plants, and maintaining the water lines that provide the home services.
This occurs without interruption or disruption to the City of Cleveland Division of Water's 420,000 metered customers.
We set up a temporary bypass system along the road and connect hoses to connect hoses to every house. They're not inconvenienced any more than if somebody runs over the pipe and breaks it, we got to fix it. They might be out of water for about 15 minutes.
Thus, taxpayers are benefiting from this innovative approach through project completion on time and on budget.
That means it's that much less money that we have to go back to the customer to fund. When we planned this whole program, we set aside, our thinking was that we would need $750 million to do X number of projects. Well, it looks like the way things are going here, and if they keep going the way they are, and we have no reason to expect that they wouldn't, that we'll probably be able to get more projects out for the money that we had budgeted for this program, or we'll do less projects and cut the money and save it for something else.
The more than 2,300 active members of Local Union 860 work in partnership with their contractors in Cuyahoga, Lake, and Geauga counties, and meet the constant demands of OSHA, EPA, and other regulatory agencies. They are governed by a collective bargaining agreement that defines work rules, wages, and fringe benefits, including health care, retirement, and pension benefits. This also pays for the training that makes these craftspeople the most skilled in their profession.
We have a training facility the Ohio Laborers provides. It's provided for to the membership free at no cost to them.
It all starts with having competent, trained employees, and nothing could be more important than that. If you have the employees that have the skills and the work ethic to come in and get the job done, it helps you be more efficient. Certainly the contractor be more efficient, which helps us keep our costs down, and then that to the customers. So it's a very important factor.
Making sure the job is done right the first time, on time and on budget.
Obviously, we leave some money on the table because we're the low bidder. Obviously, we get his treatment plant back into running condition sooner than he had anticipated, and it's a win-win for all of us.
A lot of that has to do with the productivity that we get from all the crafts. The laborers especially, we're happy they come here ready to work. They give us a full 8-hour day for a full 8 hours of pay.
So the next time you turn that water on, remember that it's all made possible by the construction craft laborers and their signatory utility contractors. Construction craft laborers and utility contractors, bringing water infrastructure from yesterday into tomorrow.